Hi, welcome. Welcome back to the session which we are doing on a website flipping. Thank you so much for all of you logged in on time. We'll continue the session what we have been discussing yesterday about digital real estate, right, or a website flipping. So yesterday we have been discussing about various valuation. At the end of the session, we found the different companies make a huge money by selling their websites or businesses or their social medias or a domain name. So various things. Today, we will continue the valuation part initially. Then we go to three important strategies where we all of us can immediately make money within a short period, maybe 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. Depends upon how fast you can implement. So three important strategies: one for e-commerce, one for affiliate, one for YouTube. So three important strategies on a flipping level we'll discuss today. So get settled in and get a pen and paper and make sure that is you understand the game of evaluation, game of digital real estate today. Okay. So we'll start. I'll take you by slide as usual. We'll jump to the PowerPoint. Now, the first topic we are going to discuss about is valuation, where we stopped yesterday. From there, we continue. Okay. Now, once again, to all of you, welcome again to the Digital Mastery Challenge for today, 35th day of our 100 Days Digital Mastery Challenge. Today, 16th of August, 2020, Sunday, and we are live from Doha, Qatar. Okay. Now, when we talk about valuation game, yesterday we saw so many different kind of valuation. So that's a very, very important segment of the online business flipping. So yesterday we flipping, website flipping. Then we know that is in general, even though the terminology is just flipping, is online flipping is the most accurate word, right? So online flipping, when we want to do online flipping part, one important part is something called net present value. This is quite confusing, especially to the common man, those who are not from the corporate, those who are not from financial world, those are not from this kind of world. We will be wondering why this kind of a value. And many of the valuation, it's not make sense to us, right? And many of the valuation, will be wonder why the company is paying $17 billion, $800 million, $125 million. It's just for a simple mobile application, maybe just simple e-commerce website, or maybe you look at the WhatsApp, just a mobile application, and the kinds of evaluation the way Facebook acquired with $1 billion, approximately $17 to $18 billion. So this kind of evaluation is quite difficult for us to understand. Now, of course, we are also planning in a much large scale this game. So we need to get little understanding about the valuation, right? How the companies, how the other people value our product, our projects, our social media profiles, our website, our mobile application, our YouTube channel, our affiliate website, our blog. So that's what exactly the first part of the discussion today we are going to discuss. Now, as you know, the net present value is the one of the out of the valuation, how the valuation is done. Now, as I mentioned earlier, even I get confusion most of the time how they derive this kind of evaluation. Now, you talk to a financial expert, maybe a chartered accountant, maybe a valuation expert. They will tell you a different thing. So we'll go through that one. Okay. So step by, it's very simple for us to understand. The people say it's very difficult to understand. I'll show you. It's a very, very simple. Okay. So you go to Wikipedia, they'll tell you a lot of anything about valuation. And it's a very simple formula. If you understand this, we understand, right? So all of you got it, right? So it's very easy, right? So how the cash flow comes in and how the valuation comes in, right? How today's terms, it's simple, right? And again, when you look at it, there's no valuation, the calculation, you got it, right? So very simple formula to understand, right? And just look at the cash flow and outflow, then we got a net present value by doing this maths, okay? And just the terminology below, they'll ask you to sum up last 2-3 years of your operation part, and just that formula, we can really understand. Yes or no? Yes or no? So time of the project, they do a kind of a thing. They do something called an IRR, and they do a discounted rate. They, so many things they talk about, and sometimes some of the things we really understand, okay, next 10 years is going to be great. So there's another calculation they give on it. Then they say, put into the Excel, you tried it first. Then we tried a net present value in Excel, but we don't get exactly what they're talking about. Okay. And future cash flows, that's the thing they're thinking about on a valuation, not the existing part alone. It's not a future valuation. Okay. So the calculation is completely different, and we're not able to understand from Excel as well. Okay. Now, so my point here is actually we don't understand the calculation, because in the common man, as a logically, if you try to explain a simple mobile application, maybe like an Airbnb, why they have that kind of a value, and they have a valuation more than the Hotel Marriott. That's a comparison that people do. And Marriott, when you look at it, we see a physical asset, we see the building, the best part of the city in any part of the world, and compare with all these 100+ hotels of Marriott across the globe, and this simple mobile application on a website called Airbnb value more than that. So we could not understand how it works, right? Now, my point is the same. So as an entrepreneur, if you're not into finances, we are not understand this macroeconomics aspects, does not matter. But for our online business, there's a method to understand. So I actually put a lot of formulas. That exactly, if you try to understand the financial aspects, how the valuation is done, it's quite surprising most of the time. That's exactly the reason I put into this so many formulas, how the people show. Okay. So that it takes time. Sometimes we don't get a conviction. We don't understand. We don't get digested about that concept. But the deal is happening. Yesterday I told you, I don't know how many of you went through the notes. We had hundreds and thousands of examples. Yesterday itself, I've given you more than 50 examples of the small websites sold for $150 million, $3.2 billion, and even a small, a blog was selling more than $1.7 million. So all the things which we know, the practically happening in and around us. And many companies, those who are surrounding us, is actually, even this COVID-19 situation, many companies were purchasing other companies and they're investing to another company in exchange of stakes. Now, here, so normally when you look at it, is the people say that two different things they do with Project One. You build up yourself, or you want to go and buy another one. So then there is another calculation they give. Again, it's so much confusing for us to understand all this aspect. So how do we get out of this and be part of this game? So this is a very simple calculation. That's what exactly I'm doing. So you need to understand how the companies are valuing us. So then we need to work on a reverse. So if they're valuing this way, we need to make a valuation on that one, right? So just like a real estate value. So real estate value. Yesterday we show sometimes you buy for $100,000. Some same property after 5 years you pay for 1 million plus. Now 100,000. When you say why suddenly price increase, government is announced the airport there, so demand is going to increase. So maybe completely unrelated to that property, right? But there's an indirect connection. Sometimes people say some companies, especially buyers, they wanted sometimes they buy based on the price they wanted. Okay, so now the few valuation drivers, if you understand, we can understand the value. So point number one, how the valuation works. So I mentioned to you, I agree, and I myself sometimes when we involve in the valuation, we had to depend on financial experts and valuation experts. And so one of the things they do, how old is the business and how is the business running? And if you sell that business to someone else, he can replicate the business or not. So that's one of the things you need to do. It's not only financial aspect. So if you made a website and you made an e-commerce website, and if you're selling it, is others can replicate that or not? That's an important aspect. Second one is, now, if you are buying a site or if you are buying in a business, you need to make sure that is you can replicate what other person is doing. That has an important aspect, right? So the revenue streams is like this. When you look at it, is we need to see how much is the cash flows coming in, and how much is the, for example, CPM revenue. And now how much is the cost per sale revenues happening. Same way on the traffic aspect also, we need to verify. So what percentage of the traffic is coming from search engine, and Google algorithm, how it works, and if tomorrow Google algorithm changes, if the keyword will reduce or not. I mean, keyword ranking reduce or not. This is all part of evaluation. Okay, and how secure are the search engine rankings? So people verify that one. Okay, that's the reason you need to have strong foundation, like SEO 101. You need to have foundation, not what simple basic SEO or advanced SEO. Okay, and you also check any penalties it's possible to get or not. And you also look at the trends of the market, the Google trends, like an example to do. So this one aspects on taking evaluation. Okay, then operations. How much on a time required to run this business? Is that 3 hours or 4 hours, or you need a team, etc.? That's an important thing. And what are the owner's responsibilities? What are the owner has to do for this one? What are technical knowledge a person required? And if you are the employees, and what are the contract with the employees? That's another important aspect. Then there is a niche related thing, like what the product's potential in the market, and the entry barriers in the market, and how the business is growing or not. Okay, so these are the things. And expansion of the options available for this niche. Then the most important part of the customer base, how many customers you have, and how do you acquire the customers, and how much is your acquisition cost of your customer to retaining with you. To retaining with you, additional how much money you have to invest. So, and is there any developed in mailing list? You can reach out to the people, the social media audience is also right. Okay. Now, few other things they look into is actually physical asset responsibilities, or any licensing record, etc., and trademark part, and any unique advantages will have, you are the first year, your USPs, etc. So like this, various things the financial expert or the valuation expert go through. So you need to have this one. Now we'll go to the e-commerce website valuation. So e-commerce website valued in a different way, and affiliate website valued in a different way. Social media valued in a different way. So there are different methods. So one of the common thing which you look at the age of a business, financial, traffic, operations, and level of owner's involvement. That's a very, very important one. Other is the customer service and logistic arrangement. If you have it in any, then e-commerce it's make a major important part. And inventory management and supplier relationship. These are the very, very important step of e-commerce driving. Then you have your technical burdens. How much you burn every month for your technical aspect, and your coding part is how you use the best practices or not. And legal and escrow. And legal is actually when you're doing a transfer, everything is a legal part. Escrow is one of the concept with this business when you change it. For example, you're buying from someone, you don't have to pay to the seller the entire amount. Entire amount you keep it something like escrow account. So now once the sale is over, the escrow will be transferring. So there's a third party. Think of it as a third party will keep the money, and based on this deal over, then only the money will be transferred base. Okay, that's called escrow account. If the deal is not not over, now your money will not go to the buyer. So you have the money. Okay, so you get the business, then only you transfer. Same with for a seller. Once you transfer the property, you definitely get the money. So if after you transfer the entire property to that person, if you don't get paid, actually now situation not arrived because in an escrow account. So all this escrow account arrangement is important part. Now this valuation part, e-commerce business valuation part, very important part of the various steps we need to understand. And one of the most common methods used in the market is actually SDE method. It's called seller's discretionary earning method. That's a most common method people use in the market. Okay, so SDEC has a method, as I mentioned, the financial experts understand better, but you should know what it is exactly. Okay, then I'll tell you an easy shortcut to this to understand. Then cost of goods sold and operational expense and owner compensation. As you running in this company, are you taking a salary on it? That's a cost, so that also will be taken. So this around 10 million or less companies usually use this methods. Okay, then there is something called EBITDA method. EBITDA method is earning before interest, taxation, depreciation, and amortization methods. This is a very common method again to do for an e-commerce valuation. This evaluation again on less than 10 million. So basically what we recommended is that 10 million, below 10 million valuation, these two methods, we can use it. Okay. And there is another method, which is a large scale game, revenue and growth based valuation. It is basically a large scale to do and a vast, they do that one. But actually the most vast majority of e-commerce usually use SDE method or EBITDA. Okay, and it's a method on it. Now, fast growing, sometimes some companies, even on none of this method, they invest huge and heavily on a technology and infrastructure, like Amazon. When you look at the Amazon, Amazon took around 10-15 years to start making a profit because they played a long game. So that's the reason today Amazon is the largest company in the earth, right? They're the largest, the first trillionaire. All the things is going to be from Amazon side. Okay, now this here is actually the something earning the different multiple way of revenue generation they look into, and valuation of the business, and earnings multiple. That's another method. There is a valuation part on there they consider. Now various things. There is a few calculation which is financial expert will tell us. We calculate this way, and they show you a chart. This is the way we are valuing, and definitely we should take in a financial expert before we do the transaction. They understand this is much better. Sometimes we get a much more points to understand. Now, most important 3 points that they look into. One is actually transferability. Is this business can be transferred to another person or not? That's most of the thing. And most of the time, people fail this to understand. Many of the business people will not be able to transfer. And I discuss with the Facebook, YouTube, I'll discuss with you that in detail. Then scalability. So if this business, you took it for this much money, can I expand this business? That's important. So scalable or not. Then sustainability. This is just for a bubble or just for a maybe seasonal. No, you can sustain this business, very important part. Now, so how this industry valued, come out with a very simplified valuation method. And you can see thousands of website deals are happening on a daily basis, right? So how this valuation made simplified. Now, most of the companies yesterday we discussed, I don't know how many of you went to Flippa.com, how many of you went for Empire Flippers, and if international, all these companies has a valuation tools. You go to the website, they have a valuation tool, and they do valuation in two different ways. One, or an automated one, so technology, the entire website to automatically verify by the system, not a human being. Then you can generate a revenue. This is one method. And same thing, they have an advanced version. They use this one, then manual verification. That is more accurate. So this too is a valuation method. So don't forget this valuation method. So the price of the product is informed to the market. People trust the value based on a value given by Flippa and Empire Flippers. Like you rank in the Google first page and say you're the best boutique online from Middle East. And you rank on the Google first page, people actually assume you are the best one, right? Same way, here the valuation comes out, people actually trust the valuation. And especially Flippa and Empire, like large companies, gives the valuation that gives that importance on it. Now, this you can also check your website, go to the website and check that is how much your website is worth it. And when you're doing the almost all kind of thing you can choose. For example, you're on an affiliate website, you can choose an affiliate website. You're in Amazon Associates alone, you're only doing affiliation with Amazon. You can also mention you're a drop shipping of the e-commerce website. All the thing, you can have a valuation there. And they'll give you, the price based on what your information you give it, and they also assess it. Now, here is a point. Now, this valuation given by the private companies like Flippa.com, EmpireFlippers.com, and people look at that valuation and people pay that money. And that's happening. You can see so many thousands of sites are sold, and you can see hundreds of sites every day is loaded to sell it, right? So already happened. So point to be noted here, the valuation is done by them. They use a algorithm, they use a coding, and there is a second method. So that we can do, right? So people are doing it, and you get a valuation from them. Now, there's a point by looking at that the same market, and we can actually create a value. That's exactly the concept we have in ADM website flipping. Now, ADM website flipping, actually, as yesterday I mentioned to you, this is our own marketplace. So initially, we are looking for the people who start in a YouTube channel with us, people start an e-commerce web business with us, people start a niche store with us, people start an affiliate website with us. They are the people who come and put the information to sell off. Okay, you can also do this one. And this is a site, actually, as I told you, around 1,000+ marketplaces come. We actually promote globally. Now we are in the process of maybe this month end, we'll reach 100+. Then every month we'll add. Maybe next year we are looking forward to have the huge listing. Now you can also plan according to the part of this one. Yeah, why? So you can actually go and try. You can. I would like you to sell your domains. Put there. Actually, there is no absolutely listing is absolutely free. You get a good price only. You had to sell it. Now you fill up the form and put your name, email ID, and etc. They'll ask you. Then fill that form and submit it, and we will review and get back to you. To list your website. Now, same way you can also list your domain and go to the marketplace and choose a domain and add to the cart and to buy the domain. That's a method. You can also sell it. So both method is actually is available in the website itself, in the ADM website flipping. Okay, this I'm showing the screenshot of the same thing. I would like you to try and list out. Okay. Now, if you want to buy a site, you can actually instantly buy, and there is an option. You can buy option also there. If you want to buy a site as well, it's possible. And that is you get a good deal. For now itself, there are people are flipping. Of course, the next month is I'm looking for a more number of people flipping over the website. Now, we got to so one strategy I would like to share with you here is okay. Now see people actually website people are sell the same way like a domain you're selling. You can do website sales as well. Now, when you look at it, this is a website flipping part. You can also do social media, and you can also sell a YouTube channel. You can also do other social media profiles. You can sell in the same website. Now, you can buy and sell happening means sometimes you can additionally buy for some time, you can hold, and you can sell it. So all these options are there in a different format. In the almost same kind of form you have to fill up and do it. Okay. Now, you also wanted to have a social media profile you want to buy. This is also option for you to same way, choose a social media and that. So this is the marketplace which we have. So this we are developing internally by looking around 1,000+ projects will be placed, which include our niche stores, affiliate projects, your social media. Anyone can put your social medias, and you can also have YouTube channels, blogs. So various things you can do in this website and sell it. Now, basically, the ideas behind this website is, that today everybody wanted to buy something site. The biggest problem is all those people liked it, but they had to start from the scratch. So that is a time-taking process. So what we had done for this is, we come out with this idea as a tomorrow someone wanted to start a business. Already the people who built the business, they can buy from our website and start the day. One, itself the revenue, because the website will be listed as already making $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. So how beautiful it is. Think about that is today you can buy a website which is already making $3,000, already making $10,000. You'll be more than happy, isn't it? So this is exactly the next year people get it. How do they get it? Now we need to build and keep it, right? So now you have that benefit. Actually, you can think about doing this. You make money, keep the profit with you, but you consecutively you make it and consistently you make it, and you continue working at us for next 3 to 6 months, 1 year, and you make money and you can place this year. So in a practical example, I'll tell you this you can easily do now, which is you don't have to wait for 6 months. Even before that, you can do that. This is exactly, I'll tell you how you do. This is strategy number 22, getting the valuation for the affiliate website with. Now, in an ADM website, you can get featured website pricing. Now, we have something called featured pricing. That is where we recommend certain websites. So what kind of a website we are going to recommend? When the company recommending certain website, like a featured website, there's a people look into that website more and they might buy that one, right? Where certain kind of a quality is expected, all the things, right? So this is exactly we do here. So here, like a Flipper has it, like an Empire Flippers has it, like so many other companies has it, we also will have our own valuation process too. One is automated tool and something in a manual valuation. This both we are having. Now, so how do you get the valuation? So now if you have a website, you can start building. If you don't have a website, start making with this, what the method which you're talking about. So this component of so how it is, I can tell you, because the valuation which we are coming out, we have an algorithm of the valuation. This you can easily analyze. So if you follow this one, your valuation will go up. Your automatically valuation will show up. Okay, you got my point. So this is the thing you can opt in, which choose a good domain name and make it a premium. So when you make it a premium, it's definitely value added there. And your age of the domain, the older you are, the better you get a bit more price. And age of the website, and visitors to the websites, and how many unique visitors. So you have more unique visitors, has more value. And monthly average, your monthly average is calculated for valuation. And the most important thing was here is every consumer, even a person is buying, will also value this. How many pages are there on the website? Someone said 10,000 pages. One page, $1. And internationally, when you look at it, it's a $10,000 worth, right? And one person, actually one page, you can talk about $10, $20 per page, because each product internationally, $1 to $2 is the cost. Each product, product to be displayed in a website, it has a cost of $2 to $3. Some countries are $1 to $2. So it depends on the country, it changes. Europe is a $1 to $2 they consider, other places $2 to $4 it's considered. You take it at $1 to $2. Now $2, if the moment you add a product, there's a value added to the company. You know how many products you can add to our affiliate platform? You can have unlimited products, right? You can add. So based on a niche, based on a keyword, you can add more number of products. So the moment you add a more number of products, your pages also increase, and the content of the website also you keep adding. Your keywords, 10:3. Your 3% of keyword density. You follow that one. Then image of the website and keywords in the website. All the things is give a lot of value. So you need to, for example, in affiliate point of view, I think most of you already got the website. If you have not got the website, when you upgrade to a premium member, you get there was an offer. So like that, some of the method you get in a website is not only try to make it $3,000, build the site and sell it off. And the internal valuation information I'm sharing with you now. So through the valuation tools, I think a couple of days ago I told you about how you make your double, triple the value of your website within few periods. That next 100 days of program, we'll be talking completely different, saying this website is already making money this way. And this has this many products, this many words, this many images, this many keywords. So that's exactly you should look into. And overall search engine ranking, how many pages ranking in Google, number of keywords are present in the Google and Yahoo and Bing, and how many is the first page, how many keyword you already ranked in a Yahoo, Google and Bing, and how many is there in second line, and how many directories you are present. I know if that means indirectly, if you do SEO 101, automatically your value of the website is increasing. I don't know, you're getting this point, classifieds, submission of the forums and discussions, and total number of articles, blogs, and blogs with articles, and the review and interaction with the users, it also has a value. And on page SEO, you're done. So, you can say I have 1,000 products. Out of that 120 products, I already done my SEO, one meta title and meta page, on page SEO. So that definitely the buyer value, one of the things, like Yahoo Answers. And social media presence, number of social media profiles you have, your Facebook profile likes, comment like, share post, and Twitter following, and LinkedIn, and all these aspects on a social media with the number of profile you have, 10 you have more, and all the major social medias also, this one will be there. Now, offline promotional activities and online promotional activities. Offline promotional activities, you might have spent some money to learn, went to workshop, or you travel to some place, or maybe you paid salary. So all this kind of an offline expenditure, that also adds the value. That's the reason. What are the money you spend? You need to note down. So you need to give to the valuation people how much money you spend, and they really value that. Even you top up your phone, even you use your network, Wi-Fi, you recharge, you paid your bill, or you went by Uber. All the things on a daily basis you keep adding into the account of your website investment. So when you're selling, everything is valued. And offline marketing activities and online promotional tools and Google AdWords account you have and how much money you're spending there, your Yahoo Publisher account, and email marketing, how many opt-in lists you have, how many double opt-in lists you have, and arrangement of the manufacturers. You have anybody did any relationship with manufacturers, you did a tie-up with the social media influencers, all the tie-up people actually value. And it's also people look into how many merchants you have tied up with the CPS. And your CPS, CPL, CPC merchant has a more value than the CPS merchant. So more than the, instead of a eBay, Alibaba, Amazon tie-up, they will actually plan, people appreciate other merchant tie-ups more because people know that's makes more money. Okay, and Google AdSense account definitely people value on it. Okay, and how many manpower you invested, and how much is reflecting in your dashboard, or maybe separately you're mentioning. The most important benchmark definitely how much money you're making, right? And overall, what do you think? What level the scalability you can grow this one? Okay, And overall potential of the niche, entire niche also you should show, because this should be a good niche to people to use on it. And of course, the Alexa ranking. I know Alexa ranking, people trust the company's ranking. In SEO time, we'll discuss in detail about Alexa ranking. So what's your Alexa ranking? So if you can do these activities automatically as a website, valuation go up. Now, so here is a point, is very simple in the strategy. You make your affiliate website, all this component you add in there, and we will place you in the ADM website builder itself, automatically a featured one. And he will check the valuation tool. They can see a price gone up, because we give a lot of weightage. Whatever we talk about, this 160 points are there, basically 160 points, give a lot of valuation. Okay, so you can actually understand that, Alexa. Now itself, we can start working on that one and to grow. Hope, I believe you got this idea. Now, the same website, you can go to Flippa and Empire Flippers, out of the other companies as well. You also get a good value, because we derived this algorithm, we derived this valuation method looking at them, how they value. So automatically, if you do this one, all the major platforms, I'm not saying all the site, but all the major, which I referred to you, FE International or Empire Flippers or a Flippa.com, all these companies, you automatically rank will go, including ADM. Of course, ADM website builder, ADM website flipping, we will definitely show this as a featured website. Okay, so now if you invest to build a website, and next 100 days of program, you can have a good value. Okay, so that is probably, as I told you, this will be Jan, February period. So we will finish October, November. So that's what is exactly we are looking forward. Okay, so you can actually plan and start building an affiliate website. Now we're going to discuss with an e-commerce website. So this we discuss about affiliate website, and that's actually a starter website concept. As you know, yesterday we discussed 3 scenarios, right? Scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3. I believe all of you remember. Scenario 1, I'm taking as a beginners. You're trying to sell it off as a beginning part, and if you invest $1,000, $2,000, you sell for $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. So that's called as a beginner's game. Maybe 3 to 6 months time, or a 0 to 1 year time. You're selling it off. 0 to 1 year. Why? You choose a good niche and everything, make it ready. There are people even buy now. You know that many people are, the most of the time, my personal message today, if you ask me, it's sir, is this niche is okay? So even people to take a decision on the niche, they have a lot of research to go through. So that's one of the reasons you can actually 0 to 1 year category, you can have this one, not do that. Okay. Now, when you go to next one, the next strategy we are going to discuss about online shopping mall. So I think all of you know how big is this project, how large is the project. If not there, 29th of this month, we have an exclusive session on this. I would like you to come and do this one. But today we are covering a flipping, because the flipping model already people started doing. If you ask me, many people already started doing flipping, and one of the demand is already there. But we have a unique flipping model here. Now, this is strategy number 23. Online shopping mall niche store, actually you can flip it. Okay, so you can plan it. I think some of you missed the great opportunity, but you're not completely missed. Still is a great thing. Okay, going ahead. Now, this is actually scenario 3 yesterday, which we discussed about it. Right, that is actually with the scenario of the real estate. When you looked at, you remember that we discussed about empty lands building up, how the people take a price advantage. The same thing here. Now, when you look at today here scenario, we discussed about a conceptual stage. We are not, store is not yet up. So this is what exactly we are trying to build. But we have an empty plot now. We have not even started the project, only the beginning of that, creating a mentors, creating a trainers, creating a consultant, making the list, reaching out to the global 100 days of program, 100 cities we are trying to reach out. We are trying to make a brand. We can do mentoring, and people are making money. This is a stage now, right? So this stage is kind of a conceptualizing stage, and we're putting a planning and everything is happening. Now, but it's just turned to a city, as I mentioned yesterday. So tomorrow it will be a $1 million worth an apartment or a villa. But when the inauguration time, you get around now for a fine, $500,000. But in the plot time, you just pay maybe 100,000, right? Now, when they started ready for a project, it increases, and the construction time it increases, and when almost complete, it increases, and it's ready to occupy, that will be $500,000. Then it's go to maybe 800, then $1 million, right? So same examples here is work for our niche store. So when you look at the niche store features, and a done, completely done for you e-commerce website. Why use the word completely done? Because you're including your payment gateway, not only product delivery, supply chain, everything is done for you. The method, okay, you only operational as one, you run it, the business and promote the business. That's the only portion you will be majorly doing it. So niche store, so various niche you can buy and block it. Now this niche store, when you say it's a completely an exclusive, right? So one person for one country, that niche is actually exclusive. So somebody selling a one niche in one US market, no one else is selling it to the US market. All right. So that's how you already have a demand there. So you can actually reserve the niche and keep it an exclusivity. That's what exactly people doing for your niche store part. So how do you do this one? Very simply, go to onlineshoppingmall.com, go to OSM pricing, when you can see the starter package and the business package, what the price is coming. Now, the starter package, as you know, the many people already bought it and kept it. And of course, you can also buy a custom package. You can talk to us and do. That's a different thing. But now flipping cross, when you look at it is, so now a $5,500 worth, that is our initial offer of the 7,500 products. You remember that like a ready to occupy, that will be the price. And of course, once you launch, it's really different price. Like I go to $500,000, go to 800,000 or 1 million. The same way the price will go down. Now, this is an opportunity for all of you. It's just for 1,374. You can get for a 5,500. Now, you build up this website. You can go to ADM website building, and you can get that as well. Okay. Hope you're getting my point. What I'm saying. Okay. So here, when you look at it, is the shopping mall, which is very easy to build up, right? So all this niche store, you making it is. And you can actually have multiple websites. Even if you think it's an example, you're choosing this niche, and each and every territory you have an exclusive one, and it's completely done for you. Your website has come up with the price. You can see the features completely. Now you have a completely cloud hosting. Your own now it is a logo of your choice, and you're making it as a responsive website, payment gateway, logistic, products ready to market. Everything is done for you. That one, like in a real estate company gives you. Ready to occupy, right? So that's exactly the concept here. So this is another strategy for you to make this a good profit. This is, of course, 29th. We'll explain to you in detail, but there's a pricing part all of you should know. Today, when you look at this pricing, today $5,500 a special offer which you are giving. So our chairman, our founder of the company, he came out a unique idea here. Because you know that he's more into real estate and that, so he thought about that aspects. So now the initial launch of our store will be around 700 stores. 700 stores will be in our shopping mall. Those who don't know about shopping mall, please don't worry. 29th of this month, 29th of August. Sorry, I was keep telling 29th of July. 29th of August this month, another 2 weeks from now, we'll be explaining about in detail about it. So now you think about, but flipping perspective when you look at it this way. Now, when we announced this project in February 29th, this was a March month, many people already bought it for a very throwaway price. Okay, that is, it's around less than $300. That's a price. Okay, and now those people actually are selling off at $500,000, $2,000. Now, even today morning, many of our mentors asked me, I want a better price. Many people I asked him, they said, no, I'm waiting for 29th of our presentation to happen. And today, I think today or tomorrow, we close the mark of 4,000 Qatar riyal, right? That's 1,300. That is, we started with 1,000 Qatar riyal, then 2,000 Qatar riyal. 2,000 Qatar riyal actually happened during the COVID-19. So 1,000 to 2,001 and 2,000 to 3,000. Even the COVID-19, so we did not do any activity. As you know, the entire online shopping mall project, I never spoke so far about that in detail or not presented in this program in the last 35 days, right? In the last 35 days, we only spoke a different project. I said something is bigger coming up. But every day, almost every day, we keep doing it is, and people are keep booking and buying it is for us throwaway price of 4,000 Qatar riyal. Now that's a price, and that I'm 100% sure tomorrow price will go up. Because last few days many people already confirmed with me. The only thing is now pending is the payment transactions because some of the countries, like India, Pakistan, Independence Day, other things. So it go to 5,000. Now this 5,000, then within a week's time, I'm looking for a 6,000 to 7,000 will happen within 1 week of a 29th to 29th women announced. The same week will happen. So they'll have 700 stores ready to go on market. After that, the price will be minimum to minimum will be $5,500, which means now you pay approximately around $2,000. It's automatically that's a price starting price. It's called as a base price comes up, right? But you properly build up and you go through the championship. Now you have a base price of $5,500 for a project, and you're making a $3,000 to $5,000 in the championship. You can imagine what kind of a price you can ask. But there is one more strategy, not only just flipping, so which I'll discuss with you in tomorrow or day after when we talk about how do you find an investor. We have a program, even that project you make a traction and you get paid. So the traction should be your idea. The traction, tomorrow I'll speak about what is traction. So traction you make during the championship. So you make sure that these things are working and you doing it. So this is the one of the best flipping model. If you can understand internally, we can do. As you know, the outside of the market, we don't have much control. This is within us. We have our own flipping website, our own niche store, our own affiliate program, our own consultant trainers, and our own marketing activities of reaching out to the people. Now, that is now this itself, we're trying to reach out to 100 plus cities. We already reached around 20, 30 major cities. And there's another, when you look at the address of the group, I could also see another 30 also we reached. But we are looking for 100 major cities in different 100 countries to reach. And all these places, every market, when you look at it, especially the US, is most of the niches, and when you look at the website, it has already gone, especially for the US and the North American market. Canada also gone. Why? Because in the presentation time, 2 times we did. One we did in Account Plaza, one is in Holiday Inn. 2 times, we had a program. So that's the time, the question answer time. Many people ask me which market you recommend to block, because one person we are blocking one country exclusivity. I recommend or US, because when I look at the market study document and the potential market document, it's actually always the US gives you the biggest market. And they are the largest economy, and they have the consumerist economy, and most of the niche, and they have a good ecosystem is there. So when we are doing a supply chain, we are doing a delivery, everything. So that's the reason that most of the good niches for a US's market is gone. So you don't get it. Now you wanted that one, you need to buy from someone. And especially you look at the majority of the people who have a different niche willingness or a niche they want. For example, some people understand watch as a business. Some people understand as a perfume as a business. So it's important to have that category of the products also with us. And so that they need to buy from who already blocked. So that's the reason. This is one of the good opportunity you can take it as a strategy. And we have a more control on this. Why? Because we know that how we are going to promote. I know what kind of a price it's going to be. And from our side, when you look at overall this entire project plan itself is a valuation game, right? 2 vision we have it there. Vision number 1, we need to get a valuation of $300 million and sell it out. I keep telling now. So one of the things I was reminded of our founder and CEO. He's always talk about valuation. So everything is talk about value. So my responsibility, if you ask me what the biggest thing is, to make the value of this company around $300 million of this project. So basically our project itself is our game we are playing. It is to get the valuation of $300 million. So now you can actually tune there. And by default, the company is doing that. You also get that advantage. That's one. Second one is we are going to do something called IPO, to go to the NASDAQ and to go to London Exchange and list this company like any other e-commerce companies do. But again, that's another second plan. Definitely, that's also a valuation game. So this is actually each and everyone, all of, this is a perfect example of you can start something and make a revenue and get an investor if you want to, and you can sell it off with a higher value, and you can flip within. So the flipping itself is also inbuilt here, and you can actually sell it off through us itself. Okay, so there you don't have to go through escrow. You don't have to worry about anything, because you are sure about the payment coming in, and be sure about the buyer get a transfer of the things. So this is the beautiful thing. Hope all of you understood. If you have a further question, then definitely we will discuss in detail about this one in the mastermind group. Now, this opportunity, when you look at it, is this 1,374. It's 7,000 Qatar Riyal is going to be, and 5,500 is the minimum price, and of course, it's go to 10,000, 15,000 within no time. So I believe all of you understood that one. So think about, if you wanted to understand that opportunity, talk to the mentors, talk to your consultant, and take the right niche decision and take it down. If you want more details, of course you can wait for 29, but as you know, the price keep going up. I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, as soon as the bank comes in, actually, I'm sure about it. It'll be a 5,000. It'll be out 4,000 riyal, but it'll be a 5,000 price. Okay. Now, buying and selling of YouTube channel is one of the things we are going to discuss now. Hope all of you remember that when we discussed about a completely automated, done-for-you YouTube channel, faceless YouTube channel, we said many advantages. One of the main advantages we discussed is, if a faceless YouTube channel, easy to flip it. I don't know how many of you remember, how many of you really thought about that opportunity. If not, so for example, it's not a faceless. So my YouTube channel, if I say I had done a 250 video of I spoke to various topics, would you like to buy? Very less number of people will be interested to buy, because they may not be able to replicate me. And why should he want to have my channel, my face, right? So that is the reason faceless, when he said, one of the biggest advantage when we discuss with the faceless channel, you can do. Now, some of you already have a YouTube channel. Some of you, I think, already blocked it to buy it as, or you are planning to build strategy number 9 or 10, whatever you like to do. Now, buying and selling YouTube channel is a different game. Even though it's a flipping, normal website like a Flippa and Ember Flip is not given a focus. I'll show you a site where you can go and sell YouTube channels. So YouTube channel selling, now the channels so you are owning or you're planning to buy, and all these channels actually can sell for a higher price, much higher price. I'll show you some of the price. You cannot believe the kinds of price for a YouTube channel is there in the market. And so I'll take you one by one slide. Okay. Now, buying and selling a YouTube channel, it's a fantastic opportunity. Okay. So when you look at it, you see it transferable as well. Now, but people has a lot of doubt on this one and how it works. That's the main thing. So that is our done-for-you method works with a capture widgets method. And so done for you to work with a different, unique algorithm synced with YouTube. And is to monetize and making money around 10 different ways. So that's a channel which we are going to flip it. Now, another question people are going to ask is it now legal? 100%. There are so many websites, so many channels are selling and happening, and YouTube does not have any issue. And YouTube don't take any cut or nothing on it. Okay. Now, how much does the channel cost? There's another question. I want you to do a research again. Like you might have gone through the Ember Flippers and Flippa.com, you might have seen the price. But now today, we'll see how the price is. Now, how long will this operation take? These are the questions normally done. Now, the first question most of the people have reached out to me, hey, is it legal to sell a YouTube channel? As I mentioned, absolutely yes, the answer. Now, not only YouTube, many people are asking, can I sell my Instagram channel? Actually, also it's okay. You can. So actually there is a method, but the more explicit, more supportive, and the encouraged one is actually YouTube. Okay, and the people are already doing it's a completely, and you can actually buying and selling. You can do it. Now, how much is that channel worth? Cost? So that's most of the question people ask. Now here, some of you already got it free. And it's a good with around 10 to 25 channels or 10 to 100 channels. You got it, videos. You got it free with the capture widgets with the done for you, and that's why they already got it. Now, if you make this one yourself, I don't know how many of you really look into it. You might have seen it. I said it no more. I think the 16th was the last day to block this one, because the kind of a price in the market is amazing. This is for our branding purpose, for our mentoring purpose, our 100-day challenge purpose. We offered this to the people, right? So when you look at it as how the people they did a channel worth one, of course, the followers, subscribers, they definitely consider one of the benchmark. And but there is a slight difference in the valuation, which I'll discuss with you. Like, for example, you have 1,000 people in US and 1,000 people in Brazil. It's not the same valuation. It's a different valuation count. Okay. And there is something called fake followers, which is actually, we do not recommend. You remember that when the capture widgets we did it, we should not go for a fake funnel. We should not go for a bot. Even YouTube don't like that. YouTube don't want to. That's the reason. If you have a fake followers, fake quote and unquote, because some cases it's also human being, but actually they're not original. Okay, so fake followers, you actually reduce your price. So your real original, your CTR, your ABD, all the thing is a major part of the pricing. It's not other way. Okay, so it's true that is actually people are fake followers, and it reduces the value of your channel. Okay, so make sure that is, don't do that one. So is it monetized? That's one of the first question every person is buying. So if it is monetized, how much money you are making with that? Now, so today 18 to so before we go to that, the 18 to 25 we had something called YouTube Mastery. If you go through all the things, you get a complete idea of what I'm talking about if you're not attended. Like, we had a series of programs and various ideas and topics which we discussed. So we recommend all of you to go through and understand that, like if you're not one. Now, as you know, that's a monetization started with the 4,000 hours of views and 1,000 subscribers. So that's your benchmark to start with. Even that itself is a value. The moment you monetize channel, your market price is different. And another thing is, what is your monthly revenue through this channel you're making? Okay, that's another question. And this complete statistics is available there online. But there is something important. Why the capture words was very important in the YouTube. So now forget this one. I'll show you an example here. It's a 3 different channel has a different pricing. So, which I spoke to you about affiliate valuation, e-commerce valuation, and niche store valuation. So 3 different valuation, right? Now, affiliate valuation is completely depends on what you've done, what you ranked in Google, and all the things. E-commerce has a different, FCDE concept and EBITDA concept. So we have different kind of evaluation in the market. And niche store is completely different purpose now, which I explained to you, because the project is coming up. That's a price, and of course, e-commerce valuation also is connected to that. So you have a double advantage when you go for a niche store. Third one. Now the fourth one is more accurately. So you can see a different valuation, and everything is visible. The good thing about a YouTube channel selling is, to the buyer, you can show everything. Everything you can share a screen online and show him, right? Everything. You don't have to lie. You don't have to show. You don't even record to show another person to have an evaluation document, because everything is visible. But there is a few things to consider there. So, for example, you have a channel. Actually AA is one channel, and there's a BBB channel, there's a CCCC channel. Okay. Now these ABC channels, 3 different channels, and sometime, or not most of the time, you'll have a different kind of earnings comes in. So some cases, some A only make a 450, but C make 1,000, 450 euros, 1,000. Then CC make 1,000, and B make 2,100. This is based on so many things. I'll again repeat this point. This is a very, very important part. Okay. Now, so A, B, C. When you look at it, is actually by 3 different YouTube channels. Make in a different way, because it's so many other aspects connected with that, like CTR, your niche, that is your CPM rate is different, right? And earning per revenue also V per VP are also, so many benchmark we discussed in that week is very, very important. So this you need to really get to understand. Very, very important learning part. Honest YouTube channel, you should know this one. So that's one of the things you are buying a site, and as well as you're selling a site. If you already have a YouTube channel, we are going to get a done for you, complete channel for you when you're selling this to be considered. Of course, this is also there in ADM website building, flipping. You don't worry. It is we'll also take care of that is if you are doing with us. But outside, if you are going to the market, I'll show you a couple of the sites which you can go and do. Now, what are the things that reduces your price? The price reduces is majorly strikes. Strike is basically YouTube is actually removed your videos. Some cases it's also lead to removal of your channel, because more number of things you do, your channel also will be removed. So strikes should not happen. The strike happened, your price will slash. So one of the things is people actually look into strike has happened or not. So it should not have any strike. Okay. So it's very, very important to avoid the strikes. And Sometimes it depends upon the YouTube market conditions. Terms and conditions. You may also lose the channel. So it never happens a strike, and even the buyer will be scared about the strikes. So not even one strike should not come. So you should be very carefully done. Okay, that's what exactly I told about the advantage of the capture which is doing. So it's completely comply and do it as well. Okay, so many people are reaching out to the CC content and strategy number 9. As I mentioned, strategy number 9 has a lot of limitations. That's the reason I recommend to go to strategy number 10. Okay. Now, how many videos the channel has it? Of course, that also has a different valuation. It's come with it. Sometimes the quantity and quality makes a lot of difference. Sometimes not necessarily have so many videos. You remember that when I did discuss with you, 10 to 100. Why that big range? Because it's a value, or the videos is completely based on the niche and the CTR and the AVD. Everything is connected there. How much money through monetization you're making, that's the most important part. So that's exactly the reason, the number of videos you have and what kind of a video, the quality and the quantity is also here. Okay. Now, another major important when you're choosing a niche, we discussed this point. Now we have the most important part is where is your channel audiences from? Which part of the location they made it on it. Okay. Now, for example, now as I mentioned, you have a US client and a Brazilian client, and you have a completely different valuation. It's your CPM from YouTube itself will be completely different, right? So that's the reason where your will be there. Now, another thing which we discussed is actually faceless channel. We hope all of you remember the advantage of the faceless channel. The faceless channel, you can sell it. Now, as I just want to tell you, many people reach out to me after the YouTube Mastery and saying about drawback of the faceless channel. The drawback of the faceless channel when you list out how you look at the glass empty, glass full. What they're saying is, so one for right, yeah, you are not there. Okay, you wanted to have, you can have your own face. We are not stopping, right? And many people said it is without branding it won't work. That's exactly the reason we said it's a branded channel. It's not, YouTube is not giving based on a brand the payment. YouTube is giving for a views, right? The YouTube is giving for AVT. YouTube is giving for a CTR. And YouTube is basically how many people are viewing. That's important. It is a faceless or a with face, does not matter. But we need to comply the rule of a YouTube. That's the most important thing. Now, when we say we comply the rule of this thing, not necessarily you speak, okay? And some people go to strategy number 9. Maybe it's okay, or not. But the biggest drawback of when you wanted to flip it, build the channel with your face, very difficult to sell it. Why should a other person buy your channel, you branded channel, right? Unless he's buying your entire company, but still you put your face. If you are becoming, you are the face of the channel. That channel is very difficult for you to sell it off. That's the biggest drawback of a face with face channel. So think about it as So this actually, when I spoke to you about the YouTube Mastery time, I don't know you noticed this point. I mentioned this point. Just you might have not really good, but the flipping point of view. Think about even the biggest, the 100 million subscribers channel. Even they wanted to sell the channel, they may not have a much price to come in because it's a branded channel. Here, my point here is this has become very easier if it's a faceless channel. How do you transfer a YouTube channel account? So it's again a very, very simple process on YouTube itself, in the platform itself. You can actually do that one, and here you can change the YouTube channel primary owner. There is an option YouTube can do. Now, what kind of a market price we are there? So it's illegal. If you are doing in a faceless channel, it is it's more easy to sell it and better the value. Now, when you look at the price of these channels, you can see the channel prices, amazing ways to get it. Now, not thousands of dollars, right? You're talking about 500,000 euros, 15,000 euros. And it's a different, there's a YouTube channel alone asking about $500,000. Can you believe it is? But it's already happening. This is the real true screenshot of one of the largest YouTube flipping website. So you can go and explore it. That is very new thing. Okay. So now you also get a recommendations from various YouTubes and do this one. Now you also get a summary of the price based on how much money they're transferring, and you can also do transfer part. Now you can also go and see what are the channels sold out. This is a part of a capture bits. Now many people ask me, after we give you done for a YouTube channel, after that, how do I get it? Actually, you can go to different places and get the complete videos alone, and maybe you can, there is a different method. Now, the more number of channels, so videos, you have more number of price. And when you go and check the, check the YouTube channel who sold for a good price, and go to the channel and understand what kind of a video they had and the number of views we had. Okay, that's an important part. So based on this one, I'm going to share with you a strategy. Then all the three strategy we'll again compile and connect to the ADM website flipping part. Okay. Then if you have a time, we'll also take you the questions today itself for a flipping, because tomorrow we are moving on a completely different topic, and definitely tomorrow is different. So I'll try to find out some time to answer your question today itself if possible. Now, strategy number 24, flipping your YouTube channel. Now, how do you flip your channel? Step one, go to a website called trustee.com. This is a very famous site, and this is the most common YouTubes are mostly. Of course, they also sell a website. They also have valuation tool, but Trustee is actually specialized for YouTube. When you go to Flippa, when you go to Empire Flippers, when you go to FA International, they have very less number of YouTube channels. But here, you have a huge number of YouTube channels. You can buy and you can sell, and the people who want it, they come here and to do it. Now, step two, if you want to sell it, you go to sell, and then you fill up all the details. So in step 4, you can see the property URL, property description, everything you can do there. And as also I'll ask you how you monetized, and monetization, how you did it. You can do that. And technology used, and this YouTube case is very, very simple question. This is a normal general question. And visitors start to be on a YouTube channel. So YouTube channel, visitor statistics also you submit, and you can actually request for a valuation. So they give you valuation on this one, okay? And the valuation, actually, after valuating, they send you an email. It's a free of cost. They don't charge you. It's a free. But your secondary valuation, actually, there's a consultant fee they charge you. Okay, so this is exactly the strategies on a. So now here is I'm going to mix it and talk about all the 3 opportunities, including YouTube. So now yesterday we spent and understood about the opportunity of flipping. Now, so today 3 strategies, and one by one we will look at it. So in a YouTube channel part, we'll discuss in detail. That is one of the things all of you got it, and it has by default has a huge price. Why? Because one is a capture words, one is the number of videos, and it's tuned with it to making money. That's one, and plus you can scale it that one. So before that is actually one of the things you very easily do, but I don't think so most of you will be doing it instantly. Because once you get it, I believe that you will try to nurture it and load it with much better price. So many people are just trying. I'm not talking about trying. That's exactly the reason I put the price, the screenshot of the price of all these YouTube channels. I already added the price over there. Okay. Now, when you add the price of difference, you can $500,000 for a YouTube channel. It's normally does not make a sense, right? That's exactly my first part of the presentation. I spoke about it, which is normally not making a sense to us. So, but here, what I'm talking about, the real story, the true stories, how the companies are selling. So that's one. But what is the opportunity here in these 3 things which you look into? As a flipping part, that's actually I've been telling everyone is going to start now. Is already started. One is you have an affiliate website. So what is the biggest worry which we have? The biggest worry everyone has: I'm going to spend money, I'm going to invest my time, I'm putting a lot of effort. Am I guaranteed the success? Actually, no, right? If you do this all the things, are you guaranteed about success? Actually, answer is no. If you are not doing, if success in this is guaranteed, actually no, but failure is guaranteed. Yes, no. If you're not doing it, it's definitely there's no success in that, right? You're not even attempting. Now, here is another point. So if you are planning to do this one, if you do this now, what we can commit? We can commit of number of time, number of hours we spend, and activities assigned to us to do. Right? All of us can understand what is the value increases. So with us and outside us. So you can go. I say on a different method. You can go and research it. What makes is the better price coming in. Same way here. What are the price? You can actually plan it and do it. Okay. But the problem is actually the result based, we don't know. So we worked hard and we are not sure about number of customers coming to a website. Even the number of customers come to a website, we are not sure about how much is the conversion happening, right? The conversion part also we don't know. So conversion is a important game to play, right? You know, I always talk about conversion rate, CRO, conversion rate optimization. If the SEO, sometime we might get it done. So, but conversion rate optimization, we really don't know it's work or not. So these uncertainties stop many of the business owners or online business entrepreneurs, even a digital entrepreneur, startup companies. Everybody's worried about my success. So that's the reason first day, yesterday morning, yesterday beginning the time itself, my second slide and third slide, I talk about this plan B. This is your exit strategy, or this is your plan B. So what is the plan B here? The plan B is here is what you commit on your affiliate. Then I'll come to the e-commerce website. What you commit on your affiliate website? You set up a proper domain, choose a domain, proper niche, set up the products, add the products. Now, when you have an affiliate program, you practically think about, you set up an affiliate program. You got a website, and to the website, you got an affiliation. Now you need to add that product from Amazon or a Flipkart of the companies which give you, right, from the niche one. And you spend it, then you need to spend that time, and then you go to the market people to come and buy from you. So how about there are so many products, website is already, products already actually displayed there. It's already this is already displayed there, which will be very easy for us start selling. So that exactly you can do in your website for selling price, for a selling time. One of those selling points on a flipping point. That's the right word for a flipping point. So you can add a products. Same way, what you can be sure about it is doing an email campaign, increasing the email campaigning, increasing the social media presence, increasing the social media activities, and getting a more number of merchants, more number of arrangement and tie-ups, and more number of plugins, other things you are adding. All the things is now controlled, right? So that is nothing to do with most of the part is not connected to the result. So this element, you can actually take it as a value adding to website in a way which we discussed yesterday. And one of the model is a BOT, build, operate, and transfer. Hope you remember that, which we discussed. So same model, you can have an affiliate one. So this is exactly you think about where actually when I spoke to you on the channel part, we discussed about where you get a premium advantage or a feature price advantage. You have got a base price advantage within our sites. It's not just randomly positioned. Now a buyer goes and check that price with a valuation tool, you get the valuation on it. So that's point number one. So hope you got it, that one. So that's the strategies. Then you move on to e-commerce strategy. You have an e-commerce site, you can do this one. And after that e-commerce part, you have a niche store facility. So niche store, two facilities at a time. One is actually the store, the base price itself is a $5,500 is coming to $1,700. Plus that 5,500 niche store, actually any level you can scale it. It's a completely done for you, a comprehensive niche store, a kind of including inventory and everything included. You can scale it up. That's another one. So that again, you can actually have a multiple price increasing into. then comes to the YouTube channel. So all the things, what you is in a single level in the time, you can really look into and take it. And especially those who are taken a YouTube channel, you need to think about this is scaling it up. I would recommend you to go to the site and do that one. Okay, you do that one. Go to trusty.com and try today itself. Go and find out the valuation tool. Take the different YouTube channel so you can see the valuation they're giving. So different channel, you can take it and go and get the price ask, right? Then you can actually get a selling as well. Okay. Then step 3, you and also wanted to buy it as option. Of course, you can also buy option also there, right? And you can see the valuation come to your website and do this one. So these 3 actually activities is the thing which we have it is, and this one actually. So this I personally recommend all of you to pay attention on it. Now tomorrow and day after, which is basically we'll be discussing more. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, we are discussing mostly about the funding and investment. Again, funding and investment, actually, you are getting the funding even with the projects. So now instead of you're just looking at the paper, people are not going to invest in a paper. People are looking to invest to something. So that's another aspect. Now you wanted an investor to comment. So instead of just saying something, you need to have something to show. That also is that way. Then there is a business plan documentation. That's exactly, with the things, you make a plan. So not only a plan in the booklet, there is a website also, or a channel also, or the niche store also. This is a combination of this one. Now, as you know, next another 15 days time, we are moving to the Morona campaign. So after 29th, in fact, actually more precisely, first week of September, we are going on a campaign that is forecasting towards our championship. So now we have been discussing last 35 days, so many aspects. Today, actually, I want all of you to take a decision. And this is with a backup plan. So most of the time, every time some opportunity comes up, there's no plan B. So here it's come with the plan B, where you have a value to show and you are not a loser. You have a base things to do it. Okay. So now today, apart from the mastermind, actually, I kept it a Q&A session for you because on the yesterday's and today, and you can ask the questions now. And anything on it later, I would recommend you to stick to this question. And straight away, you can ask me different as a part of this this internal projects. Internal information I can share with you is not only, don't ask much other questions that you can keep it or a Q&A day, but a valuation part and flipping part, all the internal project, especially doing affiliate, YouTube, niche store. This are majorly 3 things we are doing. I'm not counting other things like a city, other things I'm not counting in the part. Of course, AOBBs, I'm not taking that part because I not put it a part of the strategy. So today, you ask the maximum number of questions. I'll take one by one the questions from the Q&A session. Whoever asking the question, I'll try to answer on a flipping bar. And you need to have this the confidence on starting a business. So with the one of the biggest challenge, everybody is worried about the uncertainty. Here today, I don't know how much you understood the uncertainties is removed. There is no uncertainty. Your effort you put it, more than the money you invested, you can get back, right? It is not only from us, even the market itself. So that's the reason yesterday and today I given a lot of websites, screenshot, URLs, please go, and even I give you the methods of calculation, any methods of calculation, but properly planning. But as I mentioned, properly planning has become very important. Many people, then you say why the people are losing money. So like an example yesterday I discussed with you, like an example of Burak and Khalil. Burak and Khalil is actually Khalil already decided to close down the company. He does not make any money because he decided to sell his restaurant, right? And then he got a value for his interior decoration. Then he got a value of his website. Of course, in the website also he got a value. He's a manpower chef. Otherwise, he say I have this many staff. No one pay value for that. The moment Burak is buying, another Turkish entrepreneur who's buying yesterday, the story which I told you, that's the reason they got a value. Same way, you need to keep in your mind to flip this one. And this is one of the biggest game. And even my side was I have a lot of support to give you, all of you, to have a flipping aspect. Why? Because that is the thing is actually we are looking forward people to play, because very few people has that's is a long-term. People wanted to build and build and build. Here we are talking about a 0 to 1 year, 1 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, people can actually flip and move it. Now, the niche store aspects, when you look at it now, even the people already, not even the store is up and running. There are many people started already flipping, right? Many people already, those who paid, it's a small amount, they're already getting a double and triple in 3-4 months time, right? I'll publish you the next month, the names of the people actually already flipped, and there will be actually one of the conditions when I give to them a flipping offer, we waive off a 20% of their charges. Okay, I'll tell you about the charges, I forgot to tell you. So one of the conditions I said, I will use your testimonials, I will use your story to tell, and people agreed on that. That's the people actually, there will be a storytelling in the website in the next month itself. So that means the people actually, those who are doing it is now do. And only thing is, I would have shown now itself, but people were waiting for the day we are announcing this program in public. We never announced in a public like this. Only one of the training program you mentioned. I mean, one of the like a digital mastery thing mentioned. There's a charges. So I just want to tell you, all these companies, they have some two kind of a charges. One is there's some kind of a brokerage charges, and there is a transaction charges of the company. So brokerage charges 15-20%, or some cases 10%. Then there's a transaction charges another 15-20. So usually the companies charge 15 to 40%. So our charge is standard. There's no additional cost, 20%, which include your consultant fee, include a transaction fee, include the valuation part. So we will take care of your escrow aspect as well. So we make sure that you get a money. So for example, you are selling a project, we make sure you're selling a product. You get a money. Now the person is buying, we make sure he get a product. And what do you call that? The product or the project or the what he is buying. So which is possible because we have a say in that in the platform, and we are mediating that. So you are not a loser there as well. Okay, so that's an advantage we have now. So I believe this is made you sense, and I know the mentors has come back to me, IBCs come back to me. Many of the people express a concern on how are you sure about. One is actually we already done a 100 days challenge program with a backup plan you already have. You can, and we are also doing a 2-star and 3-star. Sorry, 2-star and 1-star. There is a different amount you can make on it, right? So that's one we are doing. In addition to that, we are done more than what we were expecting to. How it is in this world to do. That's my point. So now I would like to start a Q&A session, and I would like you to start asking the maximum number of questions, whichever you wanted to ask, about affiliate or a niche store or e-commerce or a YouTube channel. And if you ask that question, I'll try to answer for that, because I can give you more information than what is there in the internal, because I'm involved in the companies, all the activities, many of the programs, I'm interacting, and I can subsidize. I have the plan, right? So you will have a right answer. So this should be your decision making point for what kind of a business you wanted to start. Okay. So thank you so much. I think yesterday, and we discussed the flipping part. Today we have around 20 minutes about the Q&A before I go to Mastermind. And Mastermind also, I'll share with you a few informations, and I'll share with you what the base price. You get it, etc. Well, I'll tell you that, because there's something called a base price concept, and I will tell you that one as well. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. And think. So I believe it is a plan B or your exit strategy we already discussed. Please don't forget tomorrow when we discuss about in the business plan, on the investor's plan, there is a plan B and exit plan. Flipping must be your plan, and you need to plan it with the flipping. Even you're not planning for a flipping, plan for a flipping. Why? Even uncertainty comes up, you can actually flip this one. Okay, so thank you so much, all of you. And I'll take the Q&A now, question and answer from anything on related to this one, you can ask me now. Okay. Yeah, I think started coming. I think I'll take the question, the first one. Okay. If I miss the price, try to choose the price. Okay. So questions are. So do we have to pay for flipping our website in flipping website? Yeah, answer is actually, yesterday I mentioned it is a different website has a different method. Now, Sedo.com, we discussed yesterday, above $10,000, if you are flipping a domain or a website, they will charge you approximately around $50 to $500 in advance, about $10,000. So if you have a $12 or buy a $25 worth domain you bought it, and you're selling that for $10,000, that's the charge they charge you. So to avoid that, I recommended yesterday, I don't know, you noticed, I said you charge, on the 999, double nine, less than 10,000, $1 you reduce. So then you don't have to pay. Okay, that's one of the ideas that you can use for selling that one. Now, after sale, as I mentioned to you, there is a charges. As a seller, you need to pay a certain percentage. Some company has a flat. Some company charges the percentage. Some company charges flat fee and a percentage. And some companies, I just now told you about, some company charges a consultant fee, there's a brokerage fee, there is an additional fee altogether. So it's a very easy. We made it in our ADM website flipping, which is a standard of a 20%. After you receive the money to your account, you need to pay to the company. We don't take any money in advance. For example, you bought $1,000 website. That $1,000 website, you're selling for tomorrow $2,000 or $5,000, and so you that 5,000, 20% we take it. So that's what I charge only. That's only charge we'll have. There's no other charge. When we say no other charge, from that or we pay consulting fee. We also pay entire bank transaction fees, and there is all the credit card. There's a 2.5% goes there. Like all the things included there, you don't have to pay anything in additional. Okay. Yeah, I think I answered the question. I think there are a few websites will be slightly different, but in general, when I'm talking about most common things. Okay. Viral cut super, you'll have to give a commission based on the amount you sell. Yeah, that's not a question, it's an answer to someone. Okay. I'll go down next one. You need to updating. No, for placing the website in our ADM website flipping, there's no charge. So again, this some companies. What is it? It'll have it is on. Okay. What's the question? Can you explain about the web mining package? Yeah, web mining package is basically you have an affiliate website you get from us. You get a web mining website which has a $16,000 worth contract. So this $16,000 worth contract. You can do in the same website as a website affiliate program as well as a mining. So now the 16,000 contract will be consumed based on a mining happening through the website. So that means the miners will connect to your website and they do mining. So that's a concept. So that's a package which comes around. I think now the price is around $1,000, $999, and you get an affiliate website. And you also get a mining contract of $16,000 worth. So that's the package you get now. Okay, you might. Now, any other thing? Does the number of videos in the channel affect the price? Yes, it's a good question. More number of videos with more number of CTR, actually, you get a price increased. So more number of, but actually, so many videos and less number of pricing. Sorry, less number of revenue generated will not increase. So you need to have that balance. You have one channel give you $100, another channel also give you $80, another channel also give you $90. That's the range you should go. Now you have a 10 channel, 9 channels are you have 10 videos, 9 videos are not giving any money, and one video is giving $100. It does not make sense. So that's why you need to have every video also should be money making one. Okay. Yeah. Good plan for flipping website and very informative. Okay, thank you so much. And for OSM, are we able to flip in a short period of time? Yes. How short it is? 2 weeks. Okay. You know why 2 weeks? Even not even 2 weeks, even 2 days. If we buy 4,000 Qatari riyal now, according to me, day after tomorrow will be 5,000 Qatari riyal. Immediately, it says when to do. That's one. And the people who bought for 1,000 Qatari riyal, now already by default, our price itself is a 4,000, right? And definitely it'll be that particular niche need to have a more, based on a niche. Like for example, one person has taken Android phones for a US market. No one else can do that in the US market. It's a fantastic product, right? And what the price he is asking, he said, I'll wait for after 29th when we introduce this program, we will going to tell me that. Okay. Yeah. And that's a very, very important part to understand that valuation part. Now, I'll tell you a prediction to you now. 29th, we are going to announce, and as you know, by championship, we will have more than 700 stores. This is going up and running. Now, the first 100 is 1,000. I'm talking Qatar Riyal because initially it was not planning to sell abroad, sell outside Qatar. So after 100 days challenge started only, I think nowadays we are getting a more payment from, more number of people buying, and you can see the transactions I'm involved. So I could see that a lot of cross-border transactions happening. Not money come from Qatar, outside Qatar is also coming to buying the different websites. Now, each website, the first 100 stores, because the 700 store is the first phase of our launch. So that 700 store with a very specialized price which we are given, which is first 100 store we are given for 1,000 Qatar Riyal. Second 100 is a 2,000 Qatar Riyal. Third 100 is a 3,000 Qatar Riyal. 4 is a 4,000 Qatar Riyal. Now this is over, it goes to the 5,000. So this is the way we did it. Now you can see 5,000 to 6,000, 7,000, it go another 2-3 weeks from now. So I'm pretty confident because now the things are happening and everybody is actually reaching out to the people. Actually, many people are already blocked. Earlier, tentatively, I allowed them to block initially in February month. The COVID-19 happened. I said, okay, block it when the things are happening. Now everybody are informed. By 16th, you need to make the payment. Then only we can block it. So that's the reason. They need to. So 6,000 and 7,000 goes from there. Okay. So now when you look at that way, so that's one thing. And plus, the moment in the championship spirit is over, the project price or not championship, during the championship itself, the price will be 5,500 minimum to start with. And the 5,500. It's like an e-commerce setup, completely done for you method, the products and the payment gateway, logistic arrangement, branding, promotion, so many things included in that. That's the price. So when you check into the market, want to start an e-commerce projects, and with this kind of things, it'll be cheaper for that. Number one. Number two, and when you start making a revenue, that's also price will go up very well, right? So that is by default, it's a price above 5,500. Okay, so that's my point. Okay, so it's a very good thing. You're a mentee. Please take this decision. You talk to the mentors and IBCs. They give you the different niche, and go through onlineshoppingmart.qa. It is there in everything in detail. You can understand all that. Okay. Next question is, sir, can you advise about the website flipping, like how a website developer can make money from this? Oh, you're a web developer, it's very easy for you. I didn't cover much on it because some people think it's too much technical. You know how to get a template. You put a domain, choose the right template, go to the flippa.com, ask. You can see so many people asking $500, $90, $100, $150, $200. You can easily do that one if you know web developer. And go to the flippa.com startup sites. Yesterday I mentioned that you just do, one of the things which is I did not use a Flippa or I didn't say that is any of the thing you can develop a site, because many other people say I don't have a technical skill. So what we had done yesterday is I said an example, you go to admwebsitebuilder.com, you even make a standard listing of the in the flippa.com or including ADM website flipping with a trial website, which is just trial website. You make a beautifully designed website with a trial, like the subdomain with the ADM website builder.com / you get that one, and that people buy. They know they had to pay for a domain name, and it will be transferred to them. So same thing is actually important for you to understand how you build yourself. So you go to ThemeForest, or if you know WordPress, you can actually you can use a WordPress plugin to get Amazon Associates. And a few effort you do as a web developer, it's a fantastic $500 to $1,000 in a 1 month. You can easily sell 2, 3, 4 websites. But you have to have focus. You need to look at the niche people are buying, and of course you need to put a good description, good theme, and people do buy. And a lot of traffic Flippa has it. Yeah, it's a web developer, that opportunity. I did not mention separately that is yesterday, because So web developers require that skill, right? WordPress setup, you have to go to a theme and host it, do that. Yeah, okay. Now, while flipping a branded channel, will it be of more value than a non-branded channel? Yeah, that's what exactly actually I said. If it's a branded channel with a face, it'll be difficult for you to sell it. See, if it's not branded, it's easy for us to sell it. You get a more value for a faceless channel than a face channel. That's my point. So, other day when we discussed about the advantage of the faceless channel, we could not explain much on it, because flipping we are not covered. At that time, we are only discussing about various kind of various kinds of money-making opportunity. And there I mentioned that is branded channel is difficult to sell, and in fact, faceless channel gives you more value to send it off. So that's the reason branded channel has a less value compared to a faceless channel. Okay, so faceless channel you can easy to flip it. In the flipping market point of view, faceless channel is better. But of course, your niche, your audience, everything matter. That's all of the point which I said is valid. Okay. What will happen if there is no buyer for website when flipping? Yeah. So if you don't get a buyer, which method you will not get a buyer. So that's exactly the reason. What is already there a demand you should do. Now you think about something like this. How many people are going to start an online business in this world for next 2, 3, 5 years? Millions of people. And you've seen that is actually now with us itself in even this COVID-19 period, our people wanted to start, number of sites I count will be around, how many now? 500 to 700. Number of people I count maybe around less than 100. Okay. But the 100 people starting around 500 sites, because there are people starting 100 sites, 200 sites at a time. Now, all these people, they're working with the scratch, and everybody is taking because it's a done for you. It's kind of a flipping itself, but I'm not using the word it's a done flipping. It's a done for you. It's a done for you to start it, right? So that's exactly the reason all these people liked it. That's a visible example for you to understand. So now instead of you blindly starting something, go to the Flippa.com. Go to the empireflippers.com, go to feinternational.com, go to ADMwebsiteflipping.com, find out what kind of a niche, what kind of a model people are making and selling, what kind of sites are making. So that's a place actually you need to take a chance on it. Okay, so that is that's one of the things you should consider on that. Now, if you are not able to sell it entire website together, you can actually split and sell it off. Okay, yeah, that's important. Okay, next one is okay. While we are flipping our affiliate website, do we have to go give our affiliate account also to the buyer? Okay, yesterday this question I answered. Once again, I'll repeat. You can negotiate with that pricing. I mean, most of the time, when they say website, I want to buy your website, which include your affiliate account. Now, on negotiation time, you can say, I will not give you. Okay, I will not give you what you call for that is affiliate account. So, for example, you're asking at $10,000. No, you say I'll give you $7,000. So you said, okay, I'll give you my site, but I'll not give you Amazon Associate. I'll not give you these two affiliation. I cannot give you. No, I want it. Then it's at 10,000. So you can use that way. So it's usually a people by default. People expect actually I'll do that. Okay. We accept the UAE credit cards for OSM purchase, and how can we proceed to buy? Okay, OSM purchase, you're talking about store to buy, international credit card. I'm making it on. I think within a few days we'll making up and do another method. So and do it as international credit card. You can actually buy the OSM. Okay, and now there is another method which I'll tell you. You contact your mentor, will help you to understand also. But actually, we are 29th. We are announcing it is in a different way. The globally people can buy it is, so you get it that one. Okay. Now you go and book it in the what do you call for that OSM, online shopping mall.qa, and you can choose your niche. Then you can request us to send a payment gateway as well. That's one of the methods, because it's you're getting on that one. Okay. Yeah, any other things? Next, yeah. So you go to on shoppingmall.qa and put on a pricing, then you can buy from there. And Creative Commons strategy is really working. Views count as less, almost 50 views per day, but it is okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, Manu. So Creative Commons is using is one is good. Okay, so pursue it is, and you will also think about now. That time we did not discuss about the flipping. Now you have one more opportunity for a flipping as well. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I think any more questions? If you have any more questions, please ask me. Now this intention of this objective of the flipping opportunity to give you to understand the entire business model, and as a plan B, where you can actually what do you say, you can you should get a confidence. That's my objective for this program. This is basically flipping. It gives you an opportunity for you to exit. Flipping gives you a value for your project, what you have done. It's not be based on it. Then one more thing, opportunities that I did not cover, that is today, that is I'm going to cover tomorrow, how you get funding for an existing businesses. So you have the various business happening, various investors you can attract if you properly plan it. Okay, so that is not exactly you need to think about it, and you're getting funded for by making attraction. So that is another opportunity we discuss tomorrow. So tomorrow we have how you get money to start your own business. You got a fantastic idea, but you don't have money. So that is one of the cases many people say. Maybe you don't have even $1,000. Somebody is to get trained is $1,000, $10,000. We will show you a different method how you can raise the capital to run your business. So that's the time. If you make a website, how you get a funding to your website, we'll also cover that tomorrow and after that. Okay, thank you so much. So I have an Amazon affiliate account, and I am taking affiliated from that to 3 websites. How can I sell a website with affiliate account? Yeah, if you have a 3 account, you're giving account transferable. It's a problem. You cannot do with that one. So that's the reason you need to have different account. You can have a multiple account with multiple Gmail ID you can use, and so create a multiple account, and one of the account you can sell it off. Because usually buyer expect that is you will give the account. But in the initial offer itself, you can say, I will not give you affiliation account. You can actually don't have to give it. There are many people say what you wanted. They say you need a Google AdSense account, you need affiliate account. So because they will change that way. It's also possible on it. Okay. So, but that's a rare cases, but normally they want the affiliation account. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much. I think I'll make this is the last question. And it's been a wonderful day, wonderful 2 days as we spend on a flipping. I believe that is all of you has sufficient information on how to start and exit plan, and how to get a value for your social media profile, your YouTube channel, how you get your affiliate website, you have a niche store business, all of you get it. And thank you so much, all of you. And so those who are premium mentors, please join us the mastermind group. I'll be revealing one more idea there in detail about how you can benefit on that. Okay, thank you so much, all of you. I'll join you in the mastermind in a moment now. Thank you so much.